Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Ayame Asks. I am here with another video. Um, Today, I would like to continue to talk about relationships, and I would also like to just talk about how your relationship with God is, like I said in many of my videos before, it's just yours. And one thing about your newly relationship with God is, like I said before, you have to mold it. And one of the things that, when you're new to your relationship with God, you don't always know what to do, what's right, what's wrong. You've probably heard of the nature, the sinful nature. About the sins in Galatians 5, starting with verse 19. But I don't know how many times people have said to you your personal sins when it comes to your relationship with God. In the Bible, also, it talks about what separates you from God, which is your sins. Um, and to take it a step further, uh, you should you should really think about what those are. Like, for example, for me, I'm not a drinker, but if I was to, let's say, drink a glass of wine, it wouldn't lead me to being drunk and lay me down a bad drunken spiral, whatever. But there are other people who, they drink one glass of wine or one bottle of beer, it could turn into a complete drunken disaster. Whereas there's other things some people can. Um, well, it's like one. Also, the Bible says you can do whatever you want, but not everything is beneficial. In your relationship with God, you will learn that there are some things that you can do, and there's certain things that you cannot do, because you won't feel right doing it. I know in the Bible talks about not having sex before marriage. Um, and it talks about a lot of things. And if you go to church, there will be rules at church, and sometimes their rules will go along with what you have in place. The end result might be the same, but the reasons might be different. Like, let's say the church that you go to doesn't want you to drink, and let's say you don't drink anyway. In both instances, there is no drinking, but the reasons are different. Um, Also, if there's no having sex before marriage, let's say you don't want to have sex before marriage, because if you start having sex with people, or even just one person, it can become an addiction, or it can spiral out of control. So it's just best that you don't have sex with anybody. So that can be your reason for not having sex before marriage. So in the Bible it says don't do it, and in the church they don't want you to do it, but your personal reason, the end result is still the same. So, but you have to learn your own personal things, what you can and cannot do. It's not going to always mirror other people's things. That's just what that is, because your walk is your walk, your relationship is your relationship. You have to learn. So you have to just do a trial and error. And it's okay to make mistakes. That's the beauty of it. It's okay to make mistakes. You're not always going to do everything right on the first try. And it's okay. When I was growing up, or in my walk, I didn't want to make any mistakes because I wanted to do things right and all of that craziness. But it's not healthy. You don't learn if you do everything right. So allow yourself to make mistakes and allow yourself to forgive yourself, because it's crazy to not allow yourself to to um to not forgive yourself. Allow yourself some grace. Allow yourself to be okay with making a mistake, because you're human. You're going to make mistakes. That's just what that is. Point blank, period. And God knows that you're going to mess up, and He's okay with it because He knew it way before you was even created, right? So, and also, when it comes to your relationship with God, you also have to know who He is to you. How do you view Him? Is He your father? Do you see Him as your father? Do you see Him as your best friend? How do you see Him? And that is what's going to mold and shape your relationship. If you know how you see Him. Like for me, I see Him as my father. So when I pray, when I talk to Him, I call Him Father God, or I just call Him Father. However you see Him, that I think that will mold and shape your relationship. That will mold in how you talk to Him. Because if you see Him as a father, you can call Him Father. If you see Him as your best friend, you will call Him best friend. If you see Him, however you see Him, that's what you would call Him. And then you would just go from there. If you feel like you sound weird when you pray or you don't know what to say, write it down. It's not complicated. You don't have to make it like a big production, because it's not that deep. You take it day by day. If you have to go second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, do whatever it takes, because you have to build it. It won't happen overnight. It won't happen within a week. It is a lifelong marathon, but it's worth it. Life is going to happen. That's just what that is. Bad things are going to happen. That's just life. But you are still going to be you. You will always continue to grow as long as you keep moving forward. So just be okay with where you're at. Don't be stagnant, because when you're stagnant, you're not moving anywhere. You're just stuck in one place. And sometimes you will feel stuck. That happens as well. But it all depends on how you handle it. Are you doing what it takes to get out of where you're stuck at? Are you getting advice from the right people, people that you trust, people who are willing to help you spiritually, people who are willing to help you get out of where you're stuck at? Are they doing better than you? Are they in a place where they can actually give you good advice that will help you get better? Because if they're in the same spot that you're in, they can't give you much advice. They can't give you much help, because they're in the same spot that you're in. So that's not going to be much help to you at all. But if they are in a higher level, if they have been where you're at, then they can help you reach that higher level. They can help you get there. Find somebody that you can really learn from. Find you somebody that can really help you in your walk, because you cannot do it by yourself. That's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna be by yourself. It's not gonna work by yourself. That's just what that is. If you are in a church, that's awesome. If you're in a church but you don't feel comfortable, or if you're in a church and you don't feel like you belong, or if you're in a church where you just go because your parents go, or there's no true connection, I would advise you to find a church where you do feel a connection, or find a church online. Transformation Church, Pastor Michael Todd, he's an excellent pastor. I love his messages. I love how he preaches and teaches. Find a way to get the word into your mind, into your heart. Find a way to grow if your relationship with God is that important to you. You have to take it seriously if that is what you want to do. Sorry, I'm using my hands to hold my camera, and my arm's getting tired because I left the stand somewhere. I don't remember where I put it. So, yeah. So I'm just trying to make sure I get my good lighting. Find people who will help you grow spiritually. As long as you build yourself up for success, that is the key. Um, find you people who are going to help you grow, help you build your faith. That's what matters. For me, I I was blessed to have people that would help me grow. It was not easy. I'm going to say that now. It was not easy. The people that were put in my life, I did not find it fun. It was not, it was very aggravating when it happened, but I made it through and now I'm stronger. I'm not perfect. I'm far from where I want to be. Yeah, so set yourself up for success. The people that I was blessed with got on my nerves, but they helped me to grow, and I would not be here if it had not been for them being in my life. So, if you need help in any type of way, ask for it, pray for it. Whatever you can do that will build up your faith, that will build you up, because nobody's going to build you up for you. You have to do it for yourself. You have to, if you want it. If you don't want it, then fine. Don't even worry about it. But if you want to be stronger, if you want to be a better you, if you want to continue to elevate yourself and elevate your mind and your body, all of that, you have to put that work in. It doesn't come overnight. It would be awesome if it did. It would be amazing. But it doesn't happen that way. I do go to church. Uh, I'm I'm a member at it's a new church under construction, but it's an amazing church. I would suggest that it, first of all, I know that churches get a bad name, and it didn't used to be like that. Church used to be a awesome thing. Used to be a great thing where you go. Church used to be fun. It used to be a great place to go and worship and all that. Now you got. Okay, sorry, I had to switch locations. So yeah, I hope that I can help you reach your potential or help you in your relationship with God, because people don't people don't always, like, they mean well, but they don't always give the right advice, or they don't always help in the right areas, or they don't always say what we need to hear. And hopefully I can say what you need to hear. I forgot a lot of what I was going to say when I was moving from room to room. But yeah, building a relationship with God it takes time, a lot of time, a lot of trial and error. And you, it's a lot it just takes a lot. Just like with any relationship, when you get into a relationship with somebody, you you shouldn't rush it, because it doesn't last long if you rush it. You should take your time. Get to know the person. Same thing with God. Even though He already loves you more than you'll ever know, you still have to learn how you are with Him. You still have to learn what He wants you to do. You still have a lot of learning to do. Um, I've made a list of other things that I want to do on this channel, besides just give this kind of advice, like spiritual advice and stuff like that. Uh, I'm going to do some more story times. And I also have another channel. I'm going to add that link in the description if I don't forget. So be on the lookout for that. And I'm going to put the link to the Instagram. I think I'm going to put it in the description as well, but I'm still trying to get all that together, so bear with me. And I really appreciate all of you. And yeah, I think that's it for now. I'm going to see if I can upload it because it's more than 15 minutes because it says I'm verified. So we shall see. Alrighty. Remember, give what you get because you get what you give. Bye.